Welcome to Manny's TV Talk, where we will talk about all of our favorite reality TV shows and news surrounding them. Grab a snack, a drink, and get comfortable because this starts now.
Get out. I did not say your name. Get these glasses when you're talking to me, first of all.
Do not grab me.
Listen.
Do not grab
No,
me.
you listen.
Give me my sunglasses.
Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome back. We're going to be talking about the new episode of The Real Housewives of New York City. That's episode 10 of season 14. Let's get started. So it is day 3 of the girls' trip to Anguilla, and the ladies are waking up. Some of them are doing some workouts. They're getting ready. So the first scene is Erin and Brynn outside talking, and Erin is filling Brynn in on what happened last night at dinner, because remember, Brynn didn't feel like going. Now, we didn't see the full dinner actually play out, but we saw little parts of it. So it looks like some of the women, especially Sai and Erin, were trying to make Jessel feel bad about the story that she shared about her parents. And Erin accused Jessel of always having daddy's money. And Jessel was saying, well, no, that's not true. Of course, they've helped me, but that doesn't mean that I haven't worked a day of my life. And Sai was trying to one-up her, like, well, I wish I had parents that paid for my college. I wish I had an uncle to stay with. I was homeless on the street. I had no credit. Sai, we're sorry that happened to you, but stop throwing it in people's faces, like trying to one-up them, like trying to one-up your... it's weird. I don't know. And then they're all having breakfast, and Ubah recorded Jessel snoring because they share a room. But it's funny because Jessel swears that she does not snore, but she shows him the recording. Then all the girls dress up and go on a boat. Now, another thing we didn't see was that Ubah pushed Erin into the pool like the first day they got there. So Erin wants to get her back. Okay, you guys. Then, Brynn starts doing the weird things. She sucks Jenna's finger as they're on the table, like in a sexual way. So then the girls go to the actual water, except Brynn, Ubah, and Jessel. They stay up in the boat. So then Jessel is also filling Brynn in on what happened last night and how she felt ganged up on by Sai and Erin, who keep trying to assume that she comes from a wealthy family, which even if she did, there would be no problem with that, but she just doesn't. And Ubah says that she agrees because she was there, and she says that they are weird. They were wanting her to give them timelines and details, and nothing seemed to be okay with them. By the way, Brynn and Jenna were like doing this flirty thing. Like they were flirting hard with each other. So then they all gather around and they're just having some fun. And Jessel goes to have some fun and drive like the boat for a little bit with the captain. And as she's doing that, Brynn tells the girls what Jessel just told her about last night. And right in that moment, Jessel came back and Sai says, you told Brynn we were dissecting you? And Jessel says, I was telling you guys about my story, but y'all didn't believe me. And then Sai screams, nothing makes sense with you, Jessel. And then Erin begins to pounce on her as well and says, you had a perfectly fine life all your life. And Jessel says, how do you know that? Erin says, well, you lived with your rich relatives. And Jessel says, I'm going to call you the queen of assumptions. This is extremely weird. Then Sai screams at the top of her lungs, don't talk about your parents in Kenya. Talk about yourself. Who the hell are you? Are you Gayle King? Are you Barbara Walters? Why do you want this girl's life story? Like, shut up. And by the way, her parents are part of her story, and that's obviously something special to her. And you're not going to say everything that you've done for the whatever amount of years when you just met these girls. Like, that's things that happen, like, you know, like, it just naturally happens. I think that Erin and Sai are just projecting some weird trauma or issue onto Jessel, and it's actually kind of embarrassing. Okay, so after the boat, they go back to the house, they change, and head over for dinner. Once they're at dinner, Brynn is talking about what she chokes on. She starts to simulate certain acts on a straw, is getting very old and very uncomfortable to watch. I'll just say that. So then they start to share embarrassing stories. They ask Jessel to share, which if I were Jessel, I wouldn't even feel comfortable saying anything at this point. But she does, and they seem to all laugh about it. Something about her top coming off when she was in Cancun. Jenna also shares that she was at some expensive restaurant and somebody stepped on her and she like skied down the stairs. Sai said that she pooped on herself before. Ubah says that she had some toilet paper stuck on her and while she was talking to some guy. Erin says that her son was crying on the plane somewhere. I'm glad they had a good laugh, but I was like, damn, let's get through this story time already because it ain't it. So then they get back to the house and the girls decide to go to the pool. And Ubah knows that Erin wants to get her back, so she's telling her not to. And in that moment, Sai sneaked up behind them and she pushed Ubah into the pool to get her back. But Erin has another prank planned because she secretly has Ubah's phone. She just hasn't realized it yet. Okay, so it is then the next morning, and come to find out, Ubah is pissed because last night after the pool, Ubah was frantic by not being able to find her phone. They were up in the middle of the night looking for the phone, but someone, which was Erin, was texting from Ubah's phone to the other lady, so she was like trolling them. And she's talking to Sai about it. I mean, eventually they did find out Erin had it because Sai told Jessel. But now in the morning that Ubah was saying the story to Sai, Sai says, yeah, I knew about it this whole time. She knew that Erin had the phone. So now Ubah is mad at both of them because they're at a foreign place. You know, they can't just go to the Apple store and get a new phone if it gets lost. Everything is on her phone to get in contact with her family, all her information. So she was actually worried that she had lost the phone, but only to know that these girls had it. A little later, the girls go down to eat breakfast, and Sai says once again, good morning to Ubah, but Ubah says nothing. She walks straight into the kitchen, not acknowledging Erin or Sai. She goes and gets what she needs, and she leaves. So then the other ladies start talking about her. And y'all, one thing I gotta point out is that I've noticed that Brynn is extremely messy. She likes to talk about everyone behind their back. I'm literally, like, not kidding. Everyone. She has talked about every single one of these ladies behind their back. And she's there saying that, oh my God, Ubah needs to take a joke. This is what's wrong with today's world. Jessel was the only one that was offending Ubah. Brynn also went and took some food all the way to Jenna's room. But then the girls are getting ready for the last day. By the way, Erin is mad at Ubah now for being mad at her. But anyway, they start to get ready to head out. And then someone says, oh, we're waiting for Erin. So Ubah says, oh, we're waiting for Erin? Now, as she said the word Erin, Erin came in. And she goes up to Ubah all aggressively and says, don't say or mention my name when I'm not here. She was like being super mad. And all Ubah said was, we're waiting for Erin. But Erin didn't know that. All she heard was Erin, so she was turning this into a whole thing. So Ubah gets a little heated and yanks Erin's sunglasses out of her face and says, first of all, don't talk to me with those sunglasses on. And Erin says, get away from me! Give me back my glasses! And Ubah says, you took my phone! And that's how it ended. And it looks like next week they're still going to be fighting Ubah and Erin. Now, we knew from the trailer this was going to happen, but it's kind of crazy to think that out of all of them, they're the ones that are fighting like this. But Erin, look, yeah, probably Ubah shouldn't have, grabbed the glasses out of her face. But I'm kind of glad she did because Erin's been getting on my nerves, and so has Brynn, and so has Sai. I'm really liking Jessel, and I'm really liking Ubah. And I like Jenna as well. But that was it for this episode. You guys, no shade to New York City Housewives. I don't know what I'm going to do for the next 2 months. Not having Atlanta. And I'm going to have to wait for Potomac until November, you guys. What in the actual world? Why it's the long wait? But it is what it is. So this was New York City Housewives. What are your thoughts and opinions about this episode? Who do you think is in the wrong? Who do you think is in the right? Erin for hiding Ubah's phone, but she just wanted to play a prank, or do you agree that she went too far and Ubah really did need her phone? Let me know in the comments. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next time. You have a great one. Bye.